Well, good morning, everybody. Afternoon, actually. It's after lunch. Just wanted to show you this here. I got the old bell saw. She's hooked onto the back of the tractor. The back end is always supported by a metal frame. I had this on the crib rack, which I picked up. I've set it down. And I take my loading blocks right here. That is set in here and go over to the pipe when I'm loading. I set them across the deck, put my brow on the deck. If I got to move it to the fair, we just put straps around it. I'm going to pull it ahead about 5 or 6 feet. And when we do, I'll take the metal frame that's there on the ground, and that 6x, and I'll throw that stuff on the back here. And yeah. We'll move it ahead here a little bit, see how things go. That's much lighter when the slab's not sitting on it. Yeah, so that's how we move it. I'm going to drive it down by the shop. Pick up my sledgehammer there before I run it over. That goes in the shop anyway. And yeah, no blade shined up good this year running it. And it's dull in the hull. That last stuff that I sawed from my nephew there, he didn't keep it out of the dirt. And I knew it was going to be bad, but anyway, yeah, I'm going to pile up the rest of the stuff here and we'll see if we can't get it down back. Blinkers and stoplights, which is the main thing. And I just moved the 1 ton so that we can get out around that corner up there. This takes quite a swing, but them forks down so we can see. Let's see here what happens. Watch out up here for the mailboxes. This is kind of going to end up ass backwards from what I want, but I'll come back up around. I'll turn it down back. It comes around behind you pretty good. Not real bad to haul. As long as we get it by Carol Subaru, that's all we really care about. Yeah, now I gotta clean all my stuff off. I'll go ahead, I guess, and shut you guys off. And yeah, I just gotta lug in the belt. I got a PV, sledgehammer, drill, screws, and yeah, the old mill's pretty good. The old M-14 tag, a little worse for wear, but you know, I don't know if you can see it down there. But anyway, kind of a interesting logo. Sawing through a bell, but they only spelled it with one L. Kind of an odd thing. Anyway, yeah, this right here, I'm going to take this off sometime this year. This has got pretty loose bearings, and the ones up front aren't bad, but this one here is pretty loose. I got to try to take these out, replace these bearings. When I do, I'm going to put a longer shaft in. That's going to come out here about another 3 inches. I'm going to have one come out here. Even if I got to do something with this arm to go around it, I'm going to come out on this end here about 3 inches, and I'm going to put another idler out here. They're just going to miss each other, and I'm going to put another handle over there, because this is geared down. It cuts 2/3. It's supposed to cut 1 inch to the revolution of the saw. This one cuts 2/3 of that. It's about 600 thousandths. Might be a little more, a little less, but it's pretty close. And this is a 10. This is a 6, and it used to be an 8 and an 8. So it takes the same size belt. They've just changed the pulleys. So I'm going to go back to an 8 and an 8 out here. And that way I can still have that slow reduction. Hoping to do that at some point. I don't know when. Anyway, that's one of them dreams there that you hope you have time for. I may not. Probably next time I saw with it, still have 1 speed. Yeah, we're going to go right over by that red clapboard mill. Make sure I don't hit nothing. Plenty of room back there. It really always amazes me how small of an area you can turn it in. Get it first try. I gotta go ahead a little jig. My trailer there isn't a good spot. There we go. We're getting a little closer this time. Yeah, I'm kind of running a little tight down there. It's looking good. I think that's it right there. Yeah, sometimes you just got too much junk around. Anyway. trick it just to make sure. Yeah, so that's where the two mills reside. This here, of course, is the belsaw, and this is the homemade clapboard mill. It does radially sawing. Saw blade goes on here. Log goes between the centers. And it's pretty straightforward. You know, you turn the steering wheel and it turns the log. And that's the brake there so that you can move it a little and then set it against tension. It'll keep it from jiggling around while you're making the cut, which I found I needed. That was an after thing. But yeah, anyway, it's one of them things that keeps me out of trouble. That's all I'm going to have for today, probably. I did get some treasures. What the heck, I'll show you the treasures. Look at that. Brand new impact socket. Huh. I guess we would have been looking for that. That's probably been there since Freiburg Fair last fall. I wouldn't be a bit surprised. I don't think I've used the trailer since then. I'm surprised it didn't fall off. Huh. Anyway, I'll turn you back on to get the garage. So these are the treasures. They're Walker Turners. Out in the tractor shed out back, the red one there with the doors on it, there's a table saw. This one here, as you can see, the blade guard, I have all the springs and stuff down here. So I got the makings of, it's a simple fix to put something on there. But yeah, it's a pretty nice machine, and they are surface rust. But as you can see, you know, this is the bandsaw, 16-inch. You know, I don't know if you can see that serial number. I don't know what year it is. I don't know if anybody can tell me or not. But there's no rubber tire on the top here. So I got to put tires on it. The bearings all feel real good in it though. The bottom one's got a tire on it, but it looks real feeble. Well, heck, I might as well show it to you right here. Never will be any closer. So it's got the tire on it, but you can see a brake right there. It's all starting to come apart. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and find me some new tires for it. And it does turn up. I mean, you turn it on, it comes up speed. This one here, I don't know how it came off, but I'd like to plug it in and see if it would work. But I guess it wouldn't matter if it was down there just flipping around, but it's awful odd for one of them not to be on, because they're so tight. I mean, them are tight. Pretty darn tight as far as I'm concerned. But I don't know what the heck. See if it'll plug in. I don't know what runs and what doesn't here. I haven't tried it. I know the motor on the, there's the switch. Other side. So, yeah, right here. Guess I'll stand back. Well, it's humming. I would say maybe these motors might be a little, or else the belts. Yeah, it acts like the belts are frigging it up. Maybe not. No, I'd say that one. That's got a starting capacitor on it. So there's probably something frigged up with that. It's kind of interesting because all the motors are Walker Turner motors. So I'll have to get into that later. I've got a 6-inch joiner upstairs, but I thought this one was cool. It's really better quality than what I got upstairs. They still got the little blade wrench tied to it. It's a miracle that's still there. This one here, the belt isn't on it, and the crown pulleys are on backwards. That bottom one is on backwards. So, I know this ain't gonna turn them. We'll find out if the motor's any good though. Let's see now. None of these motors will start. Oh, that one is locked right up tight. Yeah. So that one ain't gonna go. The table saw. I guess the only one that runs is the bandsaw. But, you know, that one there, I'd say the bearings are locked up in it. And, but I never have had one of these sanders. I've always wanted one. So I'm actually gonna put some effort into getting this one going. The joiner, like I say, I got one upstairs, but a lot of times I want one out back in my building or somewhere else. I'd like to have one that's portable. So I'll probably make this one portable. It's a little shorter. And then this one right here, like I say, this is the only one that'll run. This one comes up to speed. And it's kind of sketchy with a blade, but it does operate. I'll stand on the back side. How's that? So this one's the only one that runs. And of course it's not tracking right because there's no rubber on it. And yeah, so it's kind of funky, but anyway, I got to people are talking about putting a crown on these. Well, I would have thought the crown would have been put into the rubber, but maybe not. Maybe you've got to crown these a little. If so, I might have to put it in the lathe. It ain't no big deal either way. Yeah, so have to get a new blade. That blade's dull in the hole. Anyway, that's all my video is going to be today. I had to give a little money for these. They weren't free, but I don't think it was a bad price, you know. I got about... no, I ain't going to go till I spring it. But, you know, I only got a little over 20 bucks a piece in them. So, I can get that out of them. I know this machine here. I'm missing this. I don't know if it was actually a stop that swung down so that you'd had something, you know, as the belt was turning for it to set against, or if it was a fence this way. I haven't really looked one up on the internet to see what went out here, but I'm missing that piece. I think everything else is here, you know, but I'm not sure. But it's another Walker Turner. It's kind of a neat bunch of stuff. Yeah, I don't know what the serial number is of that one, but maybe I'll look at it later on the video. And, you know, I don't know if these all came out of a school somewheres. They've been passed around through several people, so I'm not sure of the history of them. But, anyway, kind of neat. I guess I'll let you go. I got some more things. I got to clean up that whole mess of slab wood out there and all that today. So I got a lot to do. We'll talk to you later.